Hello and welcome to the EZHR weekly update. It's the update of all things HR so you can concentrate on what you do best, and that's running your business. So this week we've had an update from HMRC in relation to the furlough scheme. So they're currently in the process of beefing up their investigations teams because they want to pursue fraudulent claims. They've taken a couple of actions recently which actually, as employees, you need to stand up and take note of. First of all, they've actually published information in regard to employees that have made furlough claims over the last couple of years, so employees can check that. Additionally, Pinsent Masons have actually confirmed there's been around about 13,500 claims where people have made claims of fraudulent furlough claims, and they are being protected under whistleblowing. Now, it is worth the time for HMRC to do this because it's worth about 5.3 billion for them to recover. Now, if you think that you've made a fraudulent claim, or if you think your administration is not where it should be on your claim, we're recommending that people go and present themselves to HMRC, but do go and make sure you're getting the advice before you do that. So if you need support with that, we can't necessarily help specifically, but we do have partners that we can connect you with to help you with those. Additionally, we've had a tribunal outcome which is quite interesting in relation to what it means for small businesses and policy, and also whistleblowing. So there was a bar that employed a person called Trench, and their partner started and they did a trial shift for the evening at Performance Bar. The problem was that the partner didn't enjoy the shift and got a particularly scathing Facebook post about that, citing sexual harassment amongst things, and then plus that COVID and health and safety regulations weren't being followed at the bar. Trench liked the post, but the post was removed a couple of hours later. The bar, Performance Bar, then invited Trench into a meeting and they started a disciplinary process. The issue that we found from the findings from the tribunal was that there was no disciplinary policy, and there was very little done in terms of making sure that a policy or process was followed overall, and there was no invite to meetings, there was no documents, there was no witness statements pulled together. And as we've talked about before, is that you need to make sure that documentation is your friend within all of this, so do keep an eye on that. So what we're advising people to do is make sure you've got your disciplinary policy, that's an absolute minimum. Make sure you're following your process, make sure you're adhering to the policy, to the process, and make sure you're doing the right things in terms of documenting and bringing things together and doing a full and fair process. Interestingly, with the whistleblowing, was that because the detail was actually a protected disclosure, or it was treated as a protected disclosure because of some of the information within the post, the tribunal treated that as a whistleblowing claim. Now, this is very new. It's lots of few solicitors on the heels and thinking, crikey, that's new. So what we're advising people to do is, if you think that people are making claims under health and safety, make sure that you're taking the proper advice and consider it and look at it properly. And then thirdly, one other thing in the tail on this is just to be aware of trial shifts. Many people use trial shifts, certainly in the retail space or in the hospitality space, to make sure that people are up to work in or want to work in that environment. Be clear with people that isn't the start of employment, and actually it doesn't form part of an employment contract. It's important that you do that just to prevent any issues in the future. We hope you found that useful. It's been great to chat to you again. If you need any more information, you find the links below, and we'll speak to you soon. All the best. Take care. Bye.